Hello and welcome to an introduction to solar energy. Today we'll be briefly talking about whether it's non-renewable, renewable, or inexhaustible, how it's made usable, the infrastructure requirements for using it, and technologies used for this energy source. First of all, solar energy is classified as inexhaustible and renewable. Unlike fossil fuels that have a limited supply and take a long time to replenish, a total of 173,000 terawatts, or trillions of watts, of solar energy hits the Earth continuously. That's about more than 10,000 times the world's total energy usage. What do you mean by renewable? Isn't the sun gonna burn out one day? Well, astronomers estimate that the sun has about 7 to 8 billion years left until the sun burns out. So for the time being, it's technically considered renewable. But it's not gonna burn out in our lifetime, so do you really have to worry about that? Anyways, now I'm pretty sure that you've at least heard or seen a solar panel before. But just in case you're unaware, solar panels, or solar voltaic systems, are devices that collect and convert sunlight into electricity. Solar panels are made up of photovoltaic cells, or solar cells, which are commonly made of a semiconductor called silicon. Remember that now. When the sunlight shines onto a solar panel, energy from the sunlight is absorbed by the solar cells, which use that energy to produce direct current, or DC electricity, that flows only in a single direction. Home appliances run on alternating current, or AC, which can change direction periodically. So you're going to need an inverter in your system to convert DC current to AC current. Modern-day solar panels have an average efficiency rating of 11 to 15%. Though it may not sound like much, 11 to 15% actually covers most commercial and residential needs. Today, scientists are still trying to improve the efficiency of solar panels. So far, they have reached a record of 40% efficiency. However, it's not ready for public use yet. There are a few different types of solar energy technologies. One of them is building integrated photovoltaics, or BIVP, which are basically photovoltaics, seamlessly integrated into a building. Another one is called a floating solar photovoltaic, which is the same thing except that they are mounted on a structure that floats on a body of water, such as a lake. The last one I'll mention is a thin film solar cell, which is a second-generation solar cell that is just a thin film of photovoltaic material on a substrate like glass, plastic, or metal. These are really just different variations of solar panels. A benefit to using solar energy is that it's renewable and easily replenishable, as I mentioned before. While other methods of generating energy can contribute to climate change by increasing carbon dioxide emissions in the atmosphere, solar panels reduce your carbon footprint. But that doesn't mean that solar power systems don't have any carbon emissions at all, but we'll get into the cons later. Plus, while drilling for oil interferes with the natural environment, solar panels can go on existing structures or on unused land. Now here come the negatives. Like I mentioned before, just because the carbon footprint from solar panels is better compared to gas and coal, that doesn't mean it's not there. The process of making solar panels has carbon emissions because they are primarily made from silicon, which comes from quartz that are mined and heated. So that process on its own does give out some carbon emission. Also, there's habitat loss. Large solar plants require vast landscapes to install solar panels and collect energy, so a lot of land needs to be cleared of everything, including vegetation. This can lead to the destruction of wildlife habitats. Despite solar cells not needing water on their own, solar thermal plants use vast amounts of water for cooling and cleaning. CSP, or concentrating solar power plants, wet recirculating technology, and their cooling towers use 600 to 650 gallons of water per megawatt hour, or megawatt hour is 1,000 kilowatts of electricity used continuously for 1 hour. Lastly, hazardous materials such as sulfuric acid, hydrochloric acid, nitric acid, methylchloroform, hydrogen fluoride, and acetone, are used for cleaning the semiconductor in solar cells. Workers in the manufacturing units are at risk of inhaling silicon dust. And like I mentioned before, silicon is commonly used as a semiconductor for material. Sorry, I'm stuttering a lot. Shade is another common problem. A small area of shade on solar panels can reduce the output by a lot. This is because panels are wired together in a system, so it's ideal to install panels in a place with no shade. But if you think practically about this, it's honestly hard to avoid shade completely. But overall, solar energy seems like a good alternative to non-renewable energy resources such as coal, natural gas, oil, and nuclear energy, just because it doesn't do as much harm to the environment. However, it's not perfect, and it does have some cons like we went over just now. So it's best to do your own research before switching if you're planning to. I don't know how to end this. Have a nice day.